Welcome back friends. Today we are going to study about the relative velocity or velocity analysis by graphical method. In our previous lecture we had studied about the graphical method with using instantaneous center method. Today we are going to study about the velocity method with using relative velocity of two body moving in straight lines. Right? Means it is a second method to calculate the velocity or to analyze the velocity in the mechanisms is the relative velocity method. If two bodies, if two bodies which is moving in straight line but having a different kind of velocity, then the total relative velocity is the difference of two velocity, right? Means suppose object A is moving in the direction v in the direction of west in as va velocity, and the point object B is also moving in the same direction at velocity of vb, right? If the both object is moving in the same direction at different velocity like velocity of A and velocity of B, then the relative velocity of object B with respect to object A is velocity VAB, means the difference of velocity of A and velocity of B, means VA minus VB, right? So the BA velocity of AB means the velocity at A, right, with respect to B is equal to VA minus VB. If we want to find the velocity at B with respect to A, then we have to difference of velocity B from A, right? Means velocity of B minus velocity of A. Now BA is equal to OA minus OB. How it will be calculated? How it will be calculated? So the starting point is O. Suppose the starting point is O and the ending point is A. Is the length of OA, right? Means suppose this line is denote the velocity of A, right? So the suppose starting point O is here and ending point A is here. So the length of the OA is the velocity of A and OB is the velocity of B. So the difference of OA and OB is denoted by BA and its velocity of A with respect to B. Same as if we are subtract the OB minus OA, then we can get the velocity at B with respect to A. Now suppose two different object is moving at different direction with different velocity. Suppose A is moving in the direction of west with velocity of VA and B is moving at the angle of theta at the velocity of VB, then we can get the velocity resultant velocity, or you can say the relative velocity, as the triangle method, right? How can we conclude, or how can we derive the triangle method, right? In this scalar and vector quantity, we can get that if two velocity is, or if we are taken the velocity of A and velocity of B is the vector quantity. Why? Because the direction is also measured during the moving of the object. So these both are vector quantity. So we can rearrange the both vector. The OA is the velocity of A and OB is the velocity of B. Then with the help of triangle method, we can find the VAB, means at both end of the velocity can be connect by a straight line, which is generated a resultant of the two vector quantity, and which is the velocity of A with respect to B. If we give the direction at the opposite to this, like the below direction, then it will be give the velocity of B with respect to A. But the value, if we want to find only value of the resultant velocity, then it will be same for both, but the directions is opposite, right? So VBA is equal to VB minus VA, same VAB is equal to VA minus VB. Now suppose a link a link AB is having angular velocity of omega, then the linear velocity is perpendicular to the link, right? If the link is having angular velocity or the link is moving rotational motion, right, at the center of A, then the link OA has rotational velocity, but the linear velocity is perpendicular to the link AB. So the linear velocity is the direction of perpendicular of the link, and it has a VBA, means velocity of B with respect to A. Right? Velocity of any point on a link with respect to another point on the same link is always perpendicular to the line joining these points on the configuration diagram. Right? Same means whenever you want to find the linear velocity of the point with respect to another point, suppose here we have to find the linear velocity of point B with respect to point A, then we have to join the both point first, right? First we have to join A and B. Now if you want to find the linear velocity, then the linear velocity is the perpendicular direction of the joining line, and it's a velocity of BA, means the velocity of B with respect to velocity of A, right? Now VBA is equal to AB, right? Means small a to small b, and is equal to the angular velocity, which is the link AB has the rotational velocity, or you can say the angular velocity omega, multiply with the length of link AB, right? Means the linear velocity is equal to angular velocity multiply with linear velocity is the equation, right? So whenever you want to find the linear velocity, then you have to multiply the angular velocity with the length of link. So VBA is equal to omega into AB, and if you want to find the velocity of B with respect to point C, then the linear velocity of CA is equal to omega into AC, right? So the relative velocity is different. Relative velocity is different at the same point, right? But with respect to different point, right? Means the velocity of B is constant. It will not change, but the relative velocity with respect to point A and with respect to point C is different, right? So VCA divided by VBA is equal to AC by AB. So it's equal to AC upon AB, right? Now, suppose there is a link AB and a point C is given at the center, or you can say the midpoint of the link AB. Then if you want to find the velocity of a point on a link by relative velocity method, then you have to find the linear velocity direction, right? Means the direction of the point, and also you have to find the magnitude and direction, right? Means suppose the velocity of A is given, means the linear velocity of A is already given, but you have to find the velocity of C and velocity of B. Then first you have to take a point, right, O. Here in this diagram is a, you can say it's a velocity diagram. This diagram is called as velocity diagram. Now here point O is taken, right? Now on link AB and velocity of A is given. Now whenever you draw the vector of velocity A, first we have to draw a velocity of A. Why? Because we know the magnitude and direction of velocity A, right? But we don't know the velocity of C and velocity of B. So we have to draw the velocity of A at the same magnitude of velocity of A, right? But which direction? The direction of OA is the direction is the perpendicular F link AB, right? Means if you want to draw OA, then you have to draw in the direction of perpendicular to the link AB at the same magnitude having velocity of A. So we have drawn the velocity of A and we can get the point A, right? Now what? Now the next step is you have to decide the velocity of B, or you have to decide the direction of velocity of B, right? Now, point center C is the on the link AB. If the point A is moving on the anti-clockwise direction, then point B is also moving in the anti-clockwise direction at the angular motion, right? So the velocity of B with respect to A is perpendicular to the link AB, right? So the velocity of BA is the opposite direction. So we have to draw a line from point A at the direction of VBA, right? But we don't know the magnitude. Just expand the line from point A in the direction of velocity of BA, right? Just leave that. Now the next point is the velocity of B is given, right? Means the absolute velocity of VB. This is not a relative velocity with respect to any another point, but the velocity of VB is given an absolute velocity. So we have to draw from the point O. O is the fixed point, or you can say that any velocity of another point with respect to O is called as the absolute velocity. Now we have to draw a velocity of B with respect to O, then it's the absolute velocity. So we have to draw a line, or you can say it's an expansion of the line in the direction of VB, or in the direction of the absolute velocity of point B. Then it's up here. Now the intersection point of O, velocity of B, and the velocity of VBA is given, is generate a point B, right? So we can get OB and AB. Now measure a line AB and measure a line OB. Then we can get the value of OAB, and also we can get the value of OB. Now the value of AB is shown the value of velocity of B with respect to A. Now one question is generated is, if we draw a AB is directly taken as a velocity of VBA. So whenever you draw a velocity of A, right? Whenever you draw the VA means OA line, then when whatever scale is used to draw a velocity of A or OA is multiply the length of OB to get the velocity of B with respect to A. The same scale is multiply the length of OB. The same scale which is used to draw of OA is multiply with the length of OB. We can get the velocity of B, or you can say the value which is getting by multiplying the scale with OB is the absolute velocity of point B. Now, now we have to find the velocity of point C with respect to A. Also, we have to find the velocity of C with respect to B. Also, we have to find the absolute velocity V C. Right? Now, we have 3 points: point O, point A, and point C. 3 different points we have. Right? Also, a fourth point V D means fourth point D is given in the diagram. So we have to find the velocity of D with respect to A, with respect to C, and with respect to B. Also, we have to find the absolute velocity of D, right? So next point is to locate point C. Now see, the point C is the link AB, is on link AB. So we can find whereas in the velocity diagram we can find the point C is on AB, right? Now just we have to find the direction of VC, direction of velocity of C, which is absolute velocity of C, right? Now the direction of VC is the angle phi, right? This is the angle phi plus the angle which is taken for VBA, or you can say the angle which is taken as phi, right, or angle VB, or you can say the VBBA is the angle theta, right? So you have to subtract theta, or you have to subtract phi from theta. Then whatever the angle you can get, whatever angle you can get is here, right? And you have to expand at that angle a line which is intersect AB is taken a point C, right? So connect that point with O, you can generate a relative, absolute velocity of point C. OC is the absolute velocity of point C. AC is the relative velocity of C with respect to A, and BC is the relative velocity of C with respect to B. Now we have to draw a point D. How can we generate a point D? Then at point D, which create a phi angle with B and theta angle with A. So same method here. From point B, you have to draw a line with phi angle, and from A, you have to draw a line at theta angle. Now the both line which intersect a point is a point D. Now the point D is connect with point O, so you can get the absolute velocity of point D with point O, and you can connect a point D with B, so you can get the relative velocity of D with respect to B, and point D is connect to point A, we can get the relative velocity of D with respect to A, right? Now next, this is the other diagram in which we have to find the relative velocity of point B, O and A, right? So in this diagram, we have the velocity of B. We have the velocity of B. How? Because the angular velocity of omega OB, angular velocity omega OB is given. The length of OB is given as R, radius, right? So we can get the linear velocity of VB as multiplying the angular velocity with length of link, means omega into R. Also we have that direction of the velocity B is perpendicular to the link OB. So we have the direction, also we have the magnitude. We have to find the velocity of A, absolute velocity of A. So the process is, first you have to take a point O. For the velocity diagram, you have to take point O, right? Now, the velocity of A is horizontal line. Why? Because the object A is a piston, and the motion of the piston is only reciprocating motion. The motion of the piston is only reciprocating motion. So the direction of the velocity piston, or direction of the velocity of the piston is horizontal. So draw a line from O as at a horizontal and expand the line. Now from the point O, right? Because the point B is also connected with point O and it's the absolute velocity. So from the point O, draw a line at the direction of VB, at the direction of VB, or you can say the perpendicular direction of OB, at the perpendicular direction of OB. So you have to draw a line OB, right? You have the magnitude of VB as the multiplication of omega into 1. So whatever value you can get, the same value with using a scale, you have to draw OB, right? So you can get the point D. Now you have to draw a AB, or you have to find the velocity of B with respect to A. How can you generate a velocity of B with respect to A? So for that the equation is, or for that the step is, you have to find the angular motion of link AB, whether it's a clockwise direction or it's a anti-clockwise direction. If we move the link OB in the clockwise direction, then the velocity, then the angular velocity or angular motion of the link AB is also in the clockwise direction. So the relative velocity of point B with respect to A is also perpendicular to the link AB and it's a downward direction, right? So the draw a line from point B in the direction of perpendicular link of AB in the downward direction and extend the line. Now the line, horizontal line which is drawn from the O and the line which is drawn from point B is intersect a point is point A, right? Now we can get the length of BA is the relative velocity of point B with respect to A, and the length of OA is the velocity of A, right? Now the angular velocity of B with respect to A is taken as the or is solved with the help of equation is omega AB is equal to VAB divided by AB. How this equation is can be generated as the linear velocity is equal to angular velocity multiplied with length of link. So we can generate the angular velocity is equal to linear velocity divided by length of link, right? So with this equation you can find the angular velocity, also you can find the absolute velocity of point A. Now the point E which is on the line of AB, we have to find the linear velocity, also we have to find the angular velocity, right? So the angular velocity of point E is same as the angular velocity of point B, right? So both angular velocity are same. Now we have to find the linear velocity of E with respect to A. How can we find? So the so the equation linear velocity of E with respect to A is equal to the angular velocity of E with respect to A multiplied with the length of A, right? Or you can find, or you can use the equation is AB divided by A is equal to AB divided by A is equal to VBA divided by VEA, right? So the ratio of EB to EA, you can find the point E on B to A, right? So you can find the velocity of E with respect to A, velocity of A with respect to B, and if you connect the point E with point O, then you can find the velocity, absolute velocity of point E, right? Next step is the acceleration diagram for link, right? The acceleration analysis for a link. Now, up to now, we had studied about the velocity analysis with the help of instantaneous center method, which is already discussed in previous lecture. And today we had studied or we had discussed about the relative velocity method to analyze the velocity in the mechanisms, right? We have to practice more mechanisms for analyze the velocity, and you have to more study about the relative velocity method as well as the instantaneous center method at home. If you can't practice, it's not possible to learn, right? If you want to clear or you want to, if you want to expertise in analyze the velocity in the mechanism with the help of relative velocity or instantaneous center, you have to practice more example at home, right? So next step is the acceleration diagram. So first, if you want to analyze the acceleration diagram, the first step is you have to analyze the velocity diagram, right? So whenever you want to analyze the acceleration in the mechanism, there are two portions or two components of the acceleration. One component is called as the centrifugal or radial component, and second one is the tangential component. The radial component is easily calculated with the help of omega square into length of link, but the tangential component of the link is calculated as alpha into length of link AB, whereas the alpha is the acceleration, angular acceleration of link, right? You can find the Coriolis equation or Coriolis theorem to calculate the radial component of the link, right?
So Coriolis theorem we will study it in our next lecture. The Coriolis theorem, which is used to find or which is used to solve the radial component of the acceleration of mechanism or a kinematic link, right? So before we are going to study about acceleration analysis of a mechanism or acceleration analysis of kinematic link, we will study about Coriolis theorem, and also we will study about the rubbing velocity of two links, right? So today we will just take a overlook of rubbing velocity. So what is the rubbing velocity? When two links are connected by the pin joint or a point joint, then the relative velocity of the pin or of the pivot is called as the rubbing velocity of two link, right? And if the link which is rotate or which is rotate with respect to another link which is connected by the pin, then some rotational movement or rotational motion which is elapsed due to the relative velocity by the pin or pivot is called as rubbing velocity of link, right? Whenever you in the example, most of time you will taken as the rubbing velocity, you have to consider to solve or to analyze the velocity in the kinematic link. So till next, that's it.